What radio? The music you want.
With your host, Keys Dan.
What are you, some kind of freak?
RadioWhat.com.
What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, you go to DJLittleRock.com. Check availability, get a free price quote. And then after you get that quote, I'll call you and we'll get to know each other a little bit better. I'll send you the online login tools. You'll get to pick all your music. You'll get to plan your event, and you'll get to give me a timeline. The more you plan, the better I am. It's so easy with DJLittleRock.com. Yeah, let me help you make your next thing a big one. Today on the program, Wendy Forness and Jerry Paolo. I'm kind of excited about that. Wendy Forness, I've known for quite some time, but I really don't know a lot about her. So I'm looking forward to getting to know a little bit more about her. And she's got a new endeavor that goes hand in hand with Jerry Paolo. So I'm looking forward to meeting Jerry Paolo and finding out more about him and the new things going on in Morrilton, Arkansas. Today, let's see. This week, the shows, I don't have any public shows. I gave away my Friday night dance party because I have an early morning gig on Saturday and in Paragould, Arkansas. So I'm kind of stoked about that. Saturday and Sunday, I'll be in Paragould, Arkansas for a corporate event. They got me for 2 days up in Paragould. That's about 2.5 hours away from where I live. So I'm kind of stoked to go up to Paragould and do something new, entertain the people. I think they want me to play some music. I won't even be wearing my usual bow tie suspenders combination. I have a uniform that they want me to wear. They said, wear khakis and a polo shirt. Yeah, so that I'll be out there chilling with the people in Paragould, Arkansas. Corporate events. If you need any entertainment for your event, give me a call. I implore you. All right, without any further ado, let's get into it with Jerry Paolo and Wendy Forness. I'm driving to Morrilton, Arkansas to meet up with Wendy Forness and Jerry Paolo now.
Okay, here we go.
All right, I got Wendy Forness and Jerry Paolo.
Very good, yes, Paolo. Yes.
Okay, and where are we, Jerry Paolo and Wendy Forness?
Or at the Laid Back Lounge.
Where is the Laid Back Lounge?
It's in Morrilton, Arkansas.
Okay, who is primarily who runs this place?
My boss man.
Jerry Paolo. So I'm here to talk to Jerry Paolo and Wendy Forness here in Morrilton, Arkansas. It's Keys Dan with the What Makes You Famous podcast. And I already got it from Wendy. She's nervous. It's a conversation. It's a
right on.
Getting to know you.
All right.
Why am I here at this bar
Dude,
at 10 in the morning on a Thursday?
Do you see this? This is a fabulous place.
Is it though?
It is. Check it out.
Okay, so Jerry Paolo, I'll just start with you. Give the people a little bio of who you are.
Well, I'm somebody that's a dreamer that likes to bring things to reality, and I kind of wanted a place that people can leave their problems at the door, come on in and relax.
Yeah. Now, is this something that you've done for a long time? How long has this place been open?
I always tell them a year. I don't know exactly. It's been about 2 years since it took a year to get the beer license, and then 2 years in putting it together. It started off with just the front, and we've slowly built to the back and put a patio and progressed. Yes.
So is Morrilton, what is it, a dry county? Is that what you had?
No, it's actually a wet county. It's just very hard to break the norms and surprisingly hard to get a beer license. And I try to put pride into the town and put a lot of old-timey Morrilton pictures. If you go up front, you'll see where they got the Rialto pictures and just different things to remind them of good times.
Now, what was the Rialto? Was that a theater downtown?
That is a theater downtown.
It is a theater downtown.
Yes.
What do they do over there?
Put on plays and just sometimes they'll have concerts, little concerts, and just different things.
It's a theater.
It's an old-timey theater.
All right, Jerry. And Wendy Forness. Yeah, I recognize that name so much. I feel like I've worked with somebody that has that same name.
Hi, Brock.
It's your brother, Brock.
Yeah.
Another DJ in the Central Arkansas area.
Yes, sir. You sound good.
So, Wendy Forness, what do you do here at the... What is the name of the bar again?
Laid Back Lounge.
Laid Back Lounge.
Right on.
Now I'll remember that because it always takes me twice. Laid Back Lounge. What do you do at the Laid Back Lounge?
I bartend and I play pool. That's pretty much. I turn on the lights and then I dare somebody to beat me.
Beat you with what? A stick?
Pool. No, at pool.
Oh, at pool. See, now, yes, because you went through the pool and you got something else, and I didn't know what to beat you with. So, thank you. Thankfully,
Thank you, Keith.
yes, it's pool time. So, give the people a little idea of what this place looks like, the Laid Back Lounge.
Okay, so
in
like
Morrilton, Arkansas.
it's a really small town, and there's not a whole lot to look forward to, but like. When you walk in this door, the lights come on and the music turns up, and there's all kinds of things to look forward to.
Okay, so give me a walking tour, front to back, in
All
the
right,
mind's
so,
eye.
here I go.
When I come through the front door, what do I see?
Okay, here I come. You see
Before I come to the front door, what's outside?
Okay, so we just got neon, and we're putting it up tonight, tomorrow night, something like that. We've already put the anchors in or whatever, so there's going to be a big flashing light that says, we're here, come drink with us, or whatever.
What does it actually say?
It says the Laid Back Lounge.
Oh, it says Laid Back
Yes,
Lounge. You got neon.
Yes.
We got a kick it signs. Come kick back at the Laid Back. It's coming.
Yes.
Whenever it's
gonna
ready.
be so fun.
Is that the motto?
Come kick back at the Laid Back Lounge.
Come
Yes.
kick back at the Laid Back
like,
Lounge.
we're
Put
not
that in your
gonna
head.
go with no honky, like no, it's fun here. It's just chillax.
Now, you said, all right.
Okay.
Before we got in and before we started the podcast,
Oh, gosh, okay.
yes, I guess we can go through the downfalls. Once you open your own business, there's always going to be ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happened last night? There was a little thing that happened.
I have
Wendy.
pancreatitis, and then a refrigerator fell on him.
Listen,
I didn't even know about the pancreatitis. I'm sorry. But the refrigerator, I did hear something about it.
imagine me on the ground with the refrigerator on top of
That
me. Yes,
sucks,
that
man.
was not a good deal. I just turned off the lights and hobbled out.
Yeah, sometimes it's not
Going
good to be
home.
the king when you're running the place all by yourself and
Yeah.
and equipment falls on you. And that's one of the downsides of being a small business owner. And so you're the sole proprietor of this place.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
No backers, nobody,
Just
and
him.
you're just trying to build something up for the community,
An uphill-
for people to come and have a good time and hang out.
Yes,
Yay.
it's an uphill battle, but when people like the place, that's the reward. I've had people that are really into it, and that's fulfilling to me. So
Yeah, and it's very quaint. I didn't
cool.
get through.
Isn't it cool?
I didn't get through the walking tour from Wendy
Sorry.
yet. No worries. No, this is a podcast. We're just getting to know each other. It's a conversation. I know I sound like I'm talking on the radio, but I'm really not. We're just chit chatting. Now, Wendy, I've known you for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you for a long time, but I really don't know a lot about you. I know that you're Brock's sister.
I know, yeah.
And I've seen you at weddings and parties at Brock's wedding. And that was great.
That was awesome.
So let's continue with the walking tour. Wendy
Okay.
Forness.
Okay, so you walk in the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
To your right, there's a bar and a bartender. It's a really pretty girl. Imagine that.
Yeah.
All right, and then so you get your beer, and you keep coming through, and then there is, what do you call that game right there?
Shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard. There's like this thing where you just throw things.
She's on
Very
top of
popular.
She's on top of it. Let me tell
Another
you.
popular game at bars is shuffleboard.
I don't get it,
thought
but that's
this was-
okay. I would
was,
pick it up and throw it like a
I'm
football
from
or
Miami,
something.
and I remember the old ladies on the Miami beach. They would play shuffleboard, but it's a different kind of shuffleboard. I think it's on the on the floor with some sticks. But the shuffleboard you're talking about is a tabletop game.
It's a tabletop wood. Like, if I can keep the thing on the wood, I kind of think I win. Kind of.
If you win, we all win.
Yay! So you come through the hallway, and there's a pool table, and there's a projector, and there's a stage, and there's cool cats hanging out.
All right.
Arcades.
Every bar needs
Do you see it?
some visual and
Yeah.
some audio
Yeah.
stimulation. So you have a projector. What's
Yeah.
usually on the projector?
It's either football or music.
Football or music? Now,
That's
music
pretty good.
videos?
Yes.
I miss when MTV used to play music videos.
God bless you, man.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Whenever I DJ parties, I put up music videos. I put the TVs up, and yeah, I feel like I'm a VJ on MTV.
Really?
I miss it.
That's
I miss it
cool.
so much.
Well, I don't know how many TVs. I guess about 8 TVs, including the projectors.
8 TVs.
Yeah,
Now, do you-
Like, there's
can-
a bunch up there, and then there's 2 back here, and there's that big guy.
Do you have the possibility of putting 8 different things on the televisions?
Yeah.
Yes, we do it every day. So.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
So if I
This
want
is
to
a
watch
really-
reruns of Barney Miller, I could say, hey, can you switch
Right
that one
on.
over?
If you're a great customer, you'll get whatever you want. There you go. Barney Miller, I guess, if that's your selection.
Well, I think on last night's podcast, the guy talked about Golden Girls. So, yeah.
Oh,
Hey, yeah, there,
good. Golden girls are good.
there we go.
Yes, yeah. It just popped up, and I went, really?
Dukes of Hazzard?
Big dude. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So, Jerry, Tapalo?
Tapalo, very cool.
Tapalo. What's the animation of Tapalo? Where are your people from?
Well, mine are from Florida, but I'm from Italian, so Italy.
Hey, I'm from Florida. I'm from Miami.
There you go.
And the Florida Keys, which is where Keys Dan came from.
Keys?
There we go.
Yeah. So, Tapalo, what part of Florida are you from?
Hollywood. Fort
Hollywood.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. When you said it, I was like, oh man, in Arkansas.
You dig this?
Yes.
Oh man, we've eaten a lot of the same
There
dirt. I
we
gotta
go.
shake a hand on that one. No, Hollywood. I had growing up, I had a timeshare with the parents had a timeshare at the Hollywood Beach Hotel, but I lived in Fort Lauderdale. It's so funny. Timeshares, they talk you into buying these things so you can go all over the country. But I remember we drove literally a half an hour, maybe 20 minutes to the Hollywood Beach Hotel to go stay there for a week. It was weird, but no, Hollywood's great.
Right.
Hollywood, Florida. How was it growing up in Hollywood, Florida? Hollywood.
I didn't realize what I had until I left, but you could see a little bit of the influence here, and it was great. And the only thing is, I love Arkansas, and I started a family here, and that's what's kept me here. So now I go visit, but I'm right back in Arkansas.
Well, I got here in 2009. I haven't been back since, and I want to go back. My mom and grandma are still in Key Largo saying, "Come home, son. Come on home. We got places for you to stay." But growing up,
What address is that? Because I'll go.
exactly. Growing up in Hollywood, I remember my world was blue, and now in Arkansas, it's kind of green.
Yeah.
So,
different.
In Hollywood, so you spent your whole life in Hollywood?
Well, no, I was a nomad. I grew up in Florida, and then I was a rebellious teenager. Me and my dad didn't
Where'd you go to school?
I went to school in Sheridan Park, Miramar High, all them different places, and then I didn't finish. I came here to finish. What happened was some friends of mine moved, and we were in Johnson County, so I didn't have any family, still don't, and moved out here on my own, and went back, came back, went to North Carolina, came back, went to Alabama, came back. So
Arkansas.
I can't afford to keep, to Arkansas. I can't afford to keep moving, so I might as well just
Stay put.
Well, did you stay in Morrilton, in the Morrilton area, or where's the other places?
Morrilton was just looking in the paper for an apartment, for a place to live, and just happened to find it. And I remember my first thought as I was coming down 64, wow, I don't know if this place is anything now, but it definitely used to be something thriving. And I'm not saying nothing bad about Morrilton. It's just kind of like I'm ready for the spark to begin, because everybody talks about the days of past, how it used to be. They live so much in the past that they're not fighting for the future.
Well, for those of you on the What Makes You Famous walking tour, driving tour, come through Morrilton, Arkansas, and you'll see this quaint little town, and you'll see exactly what Jerry is talking about, where there are some things that you say, like the Rialto Theater, that big sign, what a marquee, what a marker. Wendy Forness,
whenever I went to the movies, my mother said, "You going to the Rialto?" I'm like, I had no idea what that meant until I moved here.
Right.
That's the spot.
She meant going to the movies.
That means you're going to the movies.
Yes.
That was the outing. That was the place to be in Morrilton on a Friday night, on a Saturday night. Now, Wendy, do you live in Morrilton now?
I do.
Wow. Okay. What brought you up here? Because I know you were in Conway, right?
I was in Conway. My babies are closer.
Babies are closer. Oh, okay. All right. Now, you got babies? How many?
I have 3.
Yay! She's
They're
got babies.
12,
She's a mama.
11, and 8. Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute. You had them when you were 2, because you're like 20, 20.
I wish. That'd be awesome.
But so your babies are here in Morrilton.
No, they are in Sherwood. I'm
Sherwood.
closer here.
Okay. Very good. And so what brought you to the Laid Back Lounge?
Me and my boyfriend were bored, and we thought we were going to kill each other trying to find something to do. Mm-hmm. And we went to 2 different bars, and they were all closed, trying to find a pool table.
Right. What bars?
There was bars Jake's and Sierra's.
Okay.
And then I was like, fuck it. Sorry. Let's go get some shampoo. I'm going to wash my hair.
Okay. She has long, flowing hair, so it needs to be washed from time to time.
And then he had neon outside. And I was like, is that a beer store or is that a bar? And we came in, and he was here by himself, and we played pool with him, and it was awesome.
So Jerry was here by himself.
They came in kind of early, and
very early.
As soon as I opened up, they were.
And we just wandered
coming in, and I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Do you remember what day this was?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. And what time it was?
It was about 6 o'clock.
When I was just coming from one job to the next. And
6 o'clock. Now that's early for a bar. They're not open.
He opens at 6.
Oh, okay.
I stay open till 1, 2 in the morning, and
okay.
I have 2 jobs.
What's the other job?
The other job, I work up at Arca Valley in Blackwell. So I go.
What does that do?
That's I'm a sample man. Like, would you like some wine? Would you like some? If they got new products, they give it to me, and it's a liquor store, and I sample there.
Oh, cool.
I sample there, so basically my whole life revolves around liquor, I guess. So.
Yeah, get your Arca Valley samples from Jerry.
Very good. Thank you.
No, and that goes hand in hand with what you're doing here.
Yeah, they're very supportive there. They're very.
Before 2 years ago, when you opened the Laid Back Lounge in Morrilton, Arkansas, what were you doing that you said that sparked this interest?
Well, my dad was always in bands, and I grew up around different places. I went to different places in Florida, and basically my now ex-wife wanted to start a cafe.
Yes.
I wanted to start a sandwich shop with beer. Somehow it morphed. She wanted a cafe, and I said, look, we'll do the coffee and all, but this is Morrilton, and I want beer, and that's how it's going to sell, is having beer, and I was going to push in the sandwiches. Well, lo and behold, Laid Back Lounge, I don't know how that came around, but I wanted a place where people can escape.
Yes.
And that's
cool, man.
The whole reason for the Laid Back Lounge.
So you created a space that you like.
Yeah.
Well, she's out of the picture, so I figure, yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah, but you were. See, that's what I tell people when they want to start something, when they want to create something. If you like it, other people are going to like it as well. So you're creating an experience that you wanted to see in Morrilton, Arkansas, Jerry DePaolo, and you said, "Here's a spot." How did you come with this location on St. Joseph Street?
Well, some people have said it's a bad location. Some people have said it's a great location. I think it's a great location because it's right across from other businesses. They got to go there. They've got to see. I've had a few to pick from, but this one seemed to be the.
You've done very well.
There's a lot of traffic out there.
Yeah.
The parking directly in front of the business is not as good, but there is a whole parking lot across the way and behind.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Behind, beside, the hours also go along with, are we going to trouble the people around? No, we have more parking at 6 o'clock because the regular business is closed down. Another reason is that there's no nightlife around.
No.
So this needs to be like a Cheers kind of deal. You don't have to get fancied up. You can, we've had people that come for karaoke or whatever, and they
hold up. You got karaoke here?
We got anything you want. Yeah.
Wendy Forness, are you a karaoke DJ too?
I'm not a karaoke DJ. That's Brock Forness.
Oh, you should learn from the brother.
She is our diva. What are you talking? We get her on them.
So is Brock coming up here sometime?
Yes, he's going to be here. I think Thursday.
Oh, he's got a lot of things going on Thursday. That's fantastic.
I might be wrong.
Okay, no. Hey, let's find out. Make sure that people know.
Let's put them on radio and lock them in there.
Yeah, my brother would be mad if I lock him in.
You better lock him in. He's your brother.
He's gonna be jealous.
About what?
He's got here first.
Oh no, this is nothing to do with that.
This is fun.
We work together. We work well.
That's awesome.
Well,
He did my brother's wedding.
I don't step on people. DJs could tear each other down, but
No.
I'd rather build people up. And you as a business owner, as a bar business owner, could tear other bars down. But no, why? Work together.
I've had that happen where they come up and I'm like, they think being the only exclusive bar, I guess, is their mentality is a smart business move. I think, why would people want to come here just for one bar? They'll go to Conway, they'll go anywhere but Morrilton.
Right.
We don't want a dead town. A stagnant town is boring, and it creates more problems than it does benefits.
How many times do you see CVS and Walgreens across the street from each other?
A lot.
It creates more business.
There we go.
The
Burger King,
competition.
McDonald's. Yes,
it's the blood life of America.
Exactly. Exactly. But you don't down somebody else. You're like, yeah, they're open at this time. I'm open at this time.
Right.
Let's change.
Some people like chicken. Some people like hamburgers. You got the variety of life.
Yeah, you do realize the best bar towns create a bar crawl, which encourages business all over. You find Duval Street in Key West and Bourbon Street and Beale Street. There's a crawl, and the businesses embrace that, and they encourage that. Hey, come to my bar, have a beer or two. Come to that bar, have a shot or two. Go to that bar, try this. Try that new liquor that they just got. So it encourages people. And you touched upon it earlier. Morrilton might have been a dying town, might have been a town that lived big in the past and doesn't have a lot to do. You're giving people stuff to do here in Morrilton, Arkansas.
Thank you.
I have quite a few people that I know that live here in Morrilton, and they love it. They love it. It's got the small town feel, but it's still got enough of the amenities of a big town to where you don't have to go outside of Morrilton to get anything.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So
I like that. I like that.
You've been living here, Wendy, for how long?
Like a year.
Like a year? Okay.
Before that, I was here for like 3 years.
Okay. So before that, you lived in Conway, Arkansas. Is that right?
I did.
Now, Conway is a much bigger town, 50,000. What's the touted number in Morrilton?
7.
7,000.
Just 7.
7,000. And they still have all
people,
the fast,
7 towns.
yeah, all the fast foods, all the restaurants.
I think if there was a place for people to come and hang out, and just be cool, and not throw a fit, this is the place to go. You know, just chill out, man.
No, that's not the saying. Chill out. The laid back lounge is
laid back, man.
Kick it, right?
Do I need to put the shirt on?
Well, actually, it's "Leave your problems at the door" would be the first slogan I ever came.
Oh, okay.
Leave your problems at the door. That's good. Boss.
You should have a list of
he does.
Of rules
They're up there.
out
He
there.
does. He does.
Go get him. Well, you got the mic on.
I can't. I'm
You
not
got
gonna
the mic
sing
on.
it.
No, that's all right.
I was
going
to show him the.
Okay.
Well,
what do you mean do?
Show him the shirt. Show him the.
Okay.
The.
She's going to get
Placemat.
The official placemat of the laid back lounge.
Well, you might not be able to read some of it on the air, but it's it's encouraging. Can you grab the shirt? Yep, there we go.
This place is so quaint, and that you got laid back lounge, relax with friends. There's a Bud Light commercial, Budweiser. There's Buds for You, Rolling Rock, and then a T-shirt. Papa Ruby approved.
That was my ex. Don't put that on the air.
What's that?
That was my ex-father-in-law. Papa Rudy approved. Trying to make it a family.
Oh.
Anyway, read that is what he said.
Leave your problems at the door.
Leave your problems at the door.
I was going to say the placemat, but I'm kind of backing out of that because it's got some. It's got
no foul language.
Yes.
Although Wendy went ahead and cleared that one earlier.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I know my brother's sister. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right, Wendy has been remiked, and we're back.
Sorry.
Hello.
Okay, so.
This is so fun.
Oh man, I have a blast just getting to know people. Where are you from, Wendy Forness?
I'm from Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's something brand new that I knew
Brock's
nothing
from Austin,
about.
Texas. Blake's from Austin, Texas.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. I did not
Welcome
know
home, baby.
that. Austin, Texas. How was Austin, Texas growing up?
It's fabulous.
Yeah? Is it a
Yeah.
big town, small town?
Austin, Texas? Yeah, it's huge.
I think I did one party. I was on a tour back in 2004 following a singles group all across the country, all the way to California, up the coast a little bit, through Vegas, Colorado, and all the way back. And I did parties all the way down.
That's
and one of the
so cool.
stops was Austin. And I remember
It's the best city on earth.
I'm from Miami, a big melting pot. Black, white, red, brown. Austin appeared to be about the same. Yeah, how was
It's
it?
like the best city on earth. Like there's
Best city on earth.
the best city is like a country with like hardcore gangsters. Like put them all together and you smush them, and then it's fun. And then you end up with Brock.
That is true. That is true. The man could sing anything.
It's not fair.
Very
I can't
talented.
carry one in a bucket.
No,
a tune.
you can't sing?
No.
You feel like you can't?
No, I sound like a boy going through puberty.
Oh no. I think everybody sounds pretty good. You could set those microphones, make you sound like T-Pain.
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune.
You made my ears pop.
I've had problems with my ears since I put headphones on. Since 1986, I've been on the radio, and I've had
awesome.
headphones
Keys,
in my
Dan?
head. What's that?
Keys, Dan?
Oh, back then it was Dancing Danny G, but we'll keep that on the down low.
Dancing.
Oh, we're going to turn it up here in a minute.
Oh, that's right. And it's only 10 o'clock in the AM, somewhere around there.
It's ish.
And why aren't you working at the?
I have today off. I took today off.
That's
Because
nice.
of you.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
You took the day off, Jerry, just to podcast on the What Makes You Famous? You're gonna make me cry, man.
You're turning me into a slacker. I just want to let you.
I appreciate that, and that's pretty much what this bar should be: is come
Chill
on
out.
in and slack a little bit, man. Enjoy yourself, have a good time. Laid back lounge, Morrilton, Arkansas. Yeah, and full disclosure, I'm not much of a drinker. I had a half a beer when I was 21, and I passed right out.
Really?
So I guess I'm not good at it. What kind of drinks do you have? And shoot, I know I've been talking to Wendy Forness, but she is the bartender.
We've got a michelada, which is like a Mexican-style margarita.
Michelada?
Made with Mexican
That's
beer.
awesome.
And I would give you the rest of the recipe, but you know,
Can't do that.
Yes.
Ancient secret?
Not ancient,
I have
so much
my
as
little
ours.
twist on it, and yes, it's
Dig it.
people are loving it. It's 50 cents a drink for ladies.
And
$2.
dudes, it's $2.
Yes,
The man's got secret drinks. Jerry to Paula.
the Paolo. Yes.
To Paolo, you have secret drinks. How did you come up with this drink?
Well, it's a michelada. It's not and we just add our own little kick to it, but it's a michelada, which is a common Mexican style beer. It's a mango or strawberry. You know,
It's good.
And then you added your own little twist.
There we go.
So is that the signature drink of the Laid Back Lounge?
On Fridays and Saturdays
broads,
we have it booming.
My mom told me not to call chicks broads.
Well, I'm a girl, so I can do that.
She told me not to call them chicks either. Wendy Forness, on a Friday night when you come in and work, do people just come in wanting that michelada?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Gotta have it.
Man, they dig it. Yeah. I mean, I fill up 2 half gallons.
2 half gallons.
For each girl, there's
Right.
50 cents. Like, down.
50 cents for a half gallon? No, that can't be right.
Per girl. Per girl.
Per cup.
Per cup.
I got to say, more guys are starting to get into it now. It's an unexpected, it's a good thing, but I'm like, wow, I just didn't expect it.
It's probably to impress the girls, because that's pretty much what a heterosexual boy would do. Is their whole life is to impress girls. You got that right.
That
and probably they
We
come
like
up
that.
to the bar and they say, "Hey, little lady, Wendy, what's the drink of choice? What should I have tonight?" And what do you say?
How poor are you?
Oh. You kind of look outside, what kind of car they drive. Wait a minute, aren't you in a relationship? My goodness.
Yes, pay attention. No, man, like, we have Bud Light. We have, this is new.
Oh, the signs on the wall. They're new?
Yeah.
Well, they are new. You're cleaning the place up, man. Classing it up.
Wow.
Putting some new
Just
stuff up.
noticing stuff.
And,
Sorry, I was watching him.
Okay, let's continue the walking tour of the Laid Back Lounge. You look up on the ceiling. What do you see?
I see Bud Light, and this Bud's for you, and Rolling Rock.
And what about what made you put cloth up on the ceiling?
Because we're cool like that.
Yeah, you are.
Styling and
Why'd you do
cafe.
that? That's his bar, I'm sorry.
I don't know. If it's good, I did a good job. If it's
You
bad,
did
I blame
great.
you. There we go.
Great.
So if you like the place, it's Jerry Paolo. If you don't, it's Wendy Forness.
Yeah, if you don't, you can kick my butt.
No, don't do it.
Yay,
See, we
this is
talked
so
about
cool.
that first thing in the podcast. You want to beat Wendy, and we already discussed you beat her at pool.
Come on, bring it.
shuffleboard.
Let's play. 'Cause
Yes.
I suck at shuffleboard.
She might hurt you at shuffleboard.
No,
I'm just trying to keep it on the wood.
Wendy, do you have your own stick?
No.
Okay, all right. So that leads me to believe you're a player
I'm
of
faking it till I
average
make it,
player,
man.
not bad.
Yay.
But come and play with Wendy Forness. She'll challenge you to a game of pool. Now, how are you at the pool games there, Jerry?
Well, if I say I'm good,
He
then
has a
that's
stick.
being egotistical.
Yeah.
And I'm just I'm all right. It depends. I'm not consistent. If I got stuff on my mind, I'm not good. If I'm in my zone, I'm pretty good.
What made you put shuffleboard and pool table in your bar?
Well, I've also got arcades and everything.
Yeah. What kind of
Because
arcades?
I've got 100
Oh,
video
God.
games.
Go check it out.
It's a table. It's a.
Yes.
I've got 100. But the reason is because I got tired of people looking at their phones.
Yes.
I want interaction.
Yes.
I want people
He
to be
didn't
able
see
to.
them.
He didn't see. He just
Oh.
came in, strapped on, and started talking.
You need to go right behind that wall and sit down.
Oh, I'll
It'll blow
take the
your mind.
walking tour, no problem.
Yes.
I got video games at the house, but it's nice to come
No.
out and interact with people.
Yes.
In a
That's-
social setting. And that's one of the reasons that I made this podcast, is so I could talk to people and not be on my phone.
Listen, I want to interview you and go, how did you get from Florida to here? And how are you doing what you're doing?
I'm trying to start a fight club, but I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Okay.
No, I wanted to start a radio station, so it's easier here. It's not as saturated, but I have RadioWhat.com online, and that people wonder what makes me famous. What makes me famous? No. What makes you famous is Radio What makes you a little bit more famous than you already were. So you can read it both ways. What makes you famous? Oh, yeah, well, I did this and that and that. Right. Or what, Radio What makes you famous? We get the word out about you a little bit.
Let me tell you something. You doing what you're doing. I commend that. A lot of people. I remember a while ago I started a game store in this town, and I remember I was supposed to start it with somebody, and he was like, "Oh, we got to save up." I don't remember the number, like $50,000, and I'm like looking at 500, going, "What?" So he's basically, when I said, talks himself out of doing.
Right.
A lot of people do. We can't do it politics. We can't do it money. We can't do just a lot of naysayers.
Right.
And they'll drag you down with them. They can't do it. They can't do it. It's refreshing to meet somebody like you. Let's just do it.
Tell me about the game store. When was this?
Well, this was 10 years ago, and
so 2009.
I hurt my leg and had to take a year off, and by the time I came back into play, people were downloading video games. They didn't need me anymore, but it was modestly successful, and it was called Games Galore and More.
So video games primarily.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's a lot of chains, but in Conway, there's one that I go to that is a mom and pop. I go to Game Point because it is a mom and pop. It's one person. The service is. It seems like it's a little bit better than the bigger changes.
Right.
The chains. I'm sorry. So you were going to open a standalone. Did you ever open it at all?
Yeah. It was.
Oh, okay.
It was. We have people coming from Conway. We have people coming from Russellville. Just when I hurt my leg, I was in rehabilitation for almost a year.
Yes.
And that caused a different climate when I got out. First of all, I had to regroup, and it wasn't worth it. By then.
So this is while you were at the game place. You opened it, and then you hurt your leg.
Yes. And
how did you hurt your leg?
ATVs, just riding and being.
Yeah, I got in a motorcycle wreck in 1987. I still have a pin in my leg.
There you go. I got a rod going all the way down to my foot.
Femur.
Yes.
The whole femur.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's wow.
So what did I fall? It landed on top of me.
Goofball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it landed on top of me, and then I had a daughter, and I slowed down. I got a 4-year-old, and I think of her. I use her for an excuse. No, Daddy can't do that. See that roller coaster? Daddy can't go on that.
Oh, it's amazing what kids will do for you. I got a 13-year-old and a 20. Oh, I'm going to say it wrong.
Oh, geez.
23, 24. She just made me a grandpa. So.
Wow.
Congratulations. So are they both girls?
Both girls. And
we got to talk.
It's amazing what they'll do to your psyche to keep you safe. No, I'm not going to do skydiving. No, I'm not going to do rappelling. I used to rappel all the time in the fire department.
Did you really?
In the Florida Keys. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, rappel training. Sure, let's go down that building on a little skinny rope.
In all honesty, though, I'm like, thank God somebody slowed me down, because some of the stuff I used to do wasn't, like I said, the safest or whatever, and things have changed a lot. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So, man, see, little things. Just getting to know Jerry Paolo and Wendy Forness a little bit more here in Morrilton, Arkansas. Still in the laid-back lounge. I like doing these things, like especially on remote. When I can come to you and find out about your surroundings, it gives me a little bit more insight into what you do. I do a lot of these on the phone, and they're great, but they're not as good as if you come and see the location. And I can see the stuff on the wall. Now, when you got into this building, Jerry, what did it look like?
We got a commercial, or not a commercial, video on a loop up there that we play.
Right.
And it'll show that it was it was in bad shape. See this wall behind you? It's all painted.
It's all what?
That stone there is actual paint. It's all.
Oh, that's not real stone then.
No, that's paint on there.
Oh, okay.
It was
On first glance, it looks like stone walls.
There we go. Yeah, it was brown and I would say neglected.
I got it.
And I had a tarp going down from the back to the front.
Sure.
Because you weren't supposed to enter back here, and we just had the front.
What was the back part then?
This part.
We had storage it was used for holding different appliances, washers, dryers.
Oh, okay. So what was this before it was the laid back lounge?
Nothing.
You know?
Storage. And years ago, it was, I believe, a laundromat.
Okay.
That's why you'll see different receptacles all around, just because they have them to where they would plug in the.
Well, you people with your iPhones, it's got plenty of charge ports.
There we go. That's it.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's another selling point to the laid back lounge.
I love how old the building is, where people would see a negative. Where they'd see a negative, I see a positive. Let's play on that. Let's go back to the days of. You'll see. I kind of go to Prohibition on the tables here that I put Prohibition.
See, and I need to notice things more. I'm looking at there's a little bar table, maybe 18 inches, the size of a large pizza, and that you have pictures of. Well, tell me about the pictures.
Well, they're Prohibition, and they're the table's made from bottle tops and a bucket and then the Prohibition kind of goes along with the.
Heads up. Hey, how are you? Heads up.
Hey, yes,
Hold on. Help.
help.
What?
Customers coming.
Hold on,
We're
man.
kind of doing a podcast. Hold on 1 second.
It's all right. This is flavor. If you build it, they will come. If you open the door, they will come in. So we're here. It's about 10:30 in the AM now in Morrilton, and we got customers coming.
Yep.
The people, if you open the doors, the people will come in.
There we go.
They might want a little drink to quench their thirst on the way by.
There we go. It's early, but they still need their vitamins or whatever.
Liquid refreshments.
Something about Diane.
Wasn't Diane in Cheers? You mentioned that earlier.
He mentioned that earlier.
Oh, cheers. Here you go. Everybody know.
He's looking for Diane. I don't know.
Customer.
Everybody knows your name here at the Laid Back
There
Lounge.
you go. That's the point. And for the most part, there's never been any problems here. Everybody gets along, and I mean that. And if they don't, the hard part of my job is to wean them
Well, you got a stick.
out.
He's got a Wendy.
You
I got a
hurt
Wendy.
your leg. Is that something that's still going on? Is that something else?
I was born 1 pound 8 ounces, so I hurt my leg after that. I've always had leg problems.
You were born what?
1 pound 8 ounces.
1 pound 8 ounces. That's a little tiny baby.
Yeah,
It's a wee little tiny baby.
wee little. I've grown
That's a
up.
sexy little baby.
I drank my milk, so I'm big now.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You look fine just now, man. Good shape. Better shape than me because I'm fat as can be. I need to turn this Titanic around. All right. So 1 pound 8 ounces. That's wow. How did that affect you growing up, Jerry?
Well, I was the oldest brother, but my brothers are bigger than me. So,
Okay.
And I've had leg problems. I couldn't walk, until I was like 5 or 6, and then I walked, and then years later I hurt myself so bad I couldn't walk again.
Wow.
And I had to redo that. I actually was born with minor cerebral palsy.
Gotcha.
So a lot of overcoming things, and that's how come I
Pull
got it.
through.
But thankfully you were in Hollywood, Florida with that good Florida sun.
Yeah.
That makes you want to get outside and go to the beach.
Do stuff.
Were you on the beach a lot?
Oh, a lot. My dad was he was into scuba diving and into boats and into.
Really?
Oh yes, he had
That's
a
cool.
sailboat. He had a 40-foot pacemaker boat. It's a different.
Oh my
kind
God.
What's a 40-foot pacemaker?
I want to go.
Oh, the power boat.
Yeah, Chris. He just had so many boats. I can't even.
Yeah.
And he was one of them Florida people, and
One of them Florida people.
always was doing something from flying planes to scuba diving. So
Wow.
I don't
cool.
have the courage he said.
You didn't get into that? I was a scuba diver.
I did. I mean, I snorkeled and stuff.
Yeah.
And, the flying the plane thing, I'm scared of heights, so we'll stay away from
I like
that.
heights.
But
I got into a little Cessna plane with a cop down in the Keys.
Did you?
Yeah.
With a cop down in the Keys.
Yeah, well, and then after Hurricane Andrew, I was in the fire department at the time. But one of my jobs in the fire department was to go to all the different Indians locations. I'm sorry, Native Americans locations.
Politically correct.
Yeah, 1992 we didn't have politically correct.
Anyway.
but they said, hey, go into that two-seater Robbie helicopter, and they're going to fly you to all the different villages. I get into the helicopter.
What?
And the guy says, as he's about to take off, you ever been in a helicopter with a one-legged pilot?
No.
He had one leg strapped to the
Whoa,
ailerons.
well, I thought it was a joke. I'm waiting for the punchline.
Hope he does not get a cramp, because you need both legs to pump those things. So yeah, talk about fear of flying.
Oh my
I
goodness.
bet. That's not cool, man.
You never forgot it. Never forgot it.
Oh, I never forgot it. No, that's the first thing he does is he takes off and does 3 loop-de-loops, like around, not loop-de over, but loop-de around,
Circling.
and then circles, and then goes.
If I tell you something that
Did
my
you
dad
puke?
did that probably
Please.
enhanced my fear of heights, he put the plane. I remember this vividly. Little kid, he put the plane into a dive.
Yeah.
Turned off the engine. Put the plane into a dive.
Why?
Because he's crazy.
Why?
I don't know. It was something he knew how to get out of. But I was like, oh, my life just flashed before my eyes, and I'm like,
And it wasn't
10.
that long of a life.
Yeah, I'm like 10.
I'm brand new. I don't know what to do.
Not to
There's
quote
like-
Bill Cosby too much, but I remember that was one of his records. My life flashed before my life, and my eyes, and it wasn't much of a life. I had to ask for a rerun.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. There's this neighbor that I liked, and I'm gonna die now.
Was it a propeller plane?
It was a Cessna, like
A little Cessna?
Yeah, it
A
was
two-seater, a little 2 or 4-seater
yeah.
plane.
He thought it was a trip. We used to, my dad. I'll tell you this. He lived on the edge, from flying to anything he did. If he wanted it, he did it. And,
Whereas having kids kind of slowed you down. He didn't slow down that much.
we live a more laid-back lounge kind of
Word.
world.
Represent.
He enjoys it the way he wants to.
that's
My
my boss.
idea of excitement is like a hammock and a beer in my hand. I'm good to go.
And a
A lounge chair. Life is good.
Am I going to stand up for the night? Am I going to sit in one of the wooden chairs?
There we
or one
go.
of the bar stools?
Do you dig it? I mean,
If
it's
I do
awesome.
dig it.
If
I
I'm
do
living
dig it.
wild, I sit on the stool. Other than that,
Well, you were talking about if you want to open a business, you said, hey, I need to have $50,000 or whatever number to get the thing open. My idea is to open it, and then as I'm going, slowly make improvements.
that's exactly
That's
what
exactly
I did.
what he's
That's
doing.
why I'm aging rapidly, but it's,
No, you're not
it
aging
kind of
rapidly.
keeps you going. I mean, honestly, if I wanted a TV, I said, okay, it's going to cost that much. I'm going to save that much, and we're going to go bargain shop, find the TV. Or if I want a projector, it's going to cost a few $100s. I'm going to save, and that's going to be my goal.
Right.
I want a stage. How much the materials cost, and who can I get to do that? So it was step by step by step. Most people, I think, out of fear, and I hate to say it, but excuse, they don't want to live outside their box. They're not going. I'd rather jump in the deep end and let's see how I get to shore. You know what I mean? Let's see how I get to the edge of the pool.
Nice.
Two schools of thought. If you wait until everything is perfect, until, okay, if I have it this way, then I will make this much money, and then I will be able to sustain it in this way. No. You can have the other school of thought. Don't listen to any of my first podcasts, because some of those, they didn't sound that great. But now, they're getting better and better and better. And this is how you open this bar. The Laid Back Lounge. You came in, the place was wrecked, you're fixing it.
Yeah.
Well, my first step was to find the place. I actually paid rent to a place that I wasn't in. But you have to do that because the laws kind of backwards. You have to
Here we go.
You have to do that, and then you have to get a approved from ABC,
Right.
a beer license. So you have to have the place. Then you go to get the beer license, and however long it takes, you have to secure that place. So if it takes a year, I'm paying for a year.
You're paying rent for a year, and you're
Yes.
not making any cash.
Now it was prorated, but it was still paying for it. And
Sure.
And then we had the other powers to be, which I won't go into play, try to fight me on getting a beer license
Right.
from this town. I don't want to go in too deep, but yeah.
Now, when you opened up in that, okay, this is 2 years now, but 2 years ago when you first opened up and you didn't have a liquor license, were you able to at least serve sodas or have some kind of money coming in?
I guess I could have, but my thing was first steps first, secure the place, and then if we're going to make it a lounge, then we got to get some kind of beer and we got to get some reason to draw them in. So I mean, I could have served sodas, but it would have created a stigma of, okay, this is all it's going to be.
Right.
So I wanted to get the beer license and then put in the pool table and do all that. March, exactly like we were talking, March, first step first, second, third, I'm very much doing that.
So did you have any of this equipment before you started this?
Nothing, no.
You didn't have any bar stools, any pool tables,
No.
you didn't have shuffleboard,
Not a
the 400 video game console
Dude, you
over
gotta
there?
check that out.
No, I did not. I had nothing. I didn't even have, the bar was right there.
What was it? You
Go
can
look at
say
that.
it, Wendy. This is
There's a foosball table, like right there.
there's a foosball table, like
Like
right
right
there.
there.
Bobby Boucher with the foosball.
Yes.
So yeah,
Do you see it?
It's lower down.
Yeah.
Well,
It's pretty cool.
We had
Isn't
an
that
idea to
awesome?
make it like you could watch the screen and make it like so I spent money. Not sure. I should have probably got one that's more stand up, but I wanted them to be able to lounge like the laid back
Yeah.
lounge. So that was
Shoot, you
Laid
can even
back
sit on the
lounge.
floor and use
dig
that
it.
foosball table.
that
That's
was
fantastic.
That was
awesome.
And it's got a glass top on it, so you won't lose your foosball.
That was.
It's not
you could put
popping
your
off.
drinks. You could put your
You can put your drink on the foosball table. This is something, these little tidbits, these little things.
Little
There's
things.
a wagon wheel on the wall. Why?
honestly
Want to hear a
because
song?
I do.
because
Wendy, you said you can't sing. I think you can.
Because a certain thing that I am trying to go with is prohibition. I guess we have the right to drink. We have the right for freedom. And to me, that was a fight that was years. And I wanted it to be. It's an old building, so I kind of went with that theme
like
of
it.
prohibition.
How old is this building? How long has it been here?
I
Oh, dear.
honestly don't.
You didn't see it when they signed the lease?
No, I didn't see how long it's been here, but I know
It's-
it's been here for 50 years or more.
Or more.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's been
Okay.
around.
A long time.
So Morrilton is an older town then. How
Yes,
long has
yes.
Yeah.
Morrilton been around?
Yeah.
Does anybody know that?
I don't
that's
exactly
all right. I'll
know.
Google
I
it.
know.
Google
I
it.
know.
I'll just
Hold
ask
on,
questions. If you got the answer, yeah. If you don't, whatever.
Listen, I got the answer in the palm of my hand.
Ah,
We can
yes,
Google
everyone,
anything.
everyone can be
Google.
smart, but we're trying to stay off our phones.
We're
Yes.
not doing the phone.
Hey, you
Unless
notice
you need to.
I
Unless you
haven't
need to.
even touched my phone.
I don't even know where my phone's at. I think I left it in the vehicle.
Word.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I think that it's okay. Like, if you take 2 blocks over and take a right,
Yeah.
the building collapsed and like killed a kid.
Oh, the one downtown you're talking about?
Yeah. And
I
like,
remember
it's
that.
that
was
old.
probably
This is
5
how
years
old
ago.
that is.
Well, this ain't gonna fall down.
Well, no. What I'm saying is like we've been around this long. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like there is so much foundation here.
Yeah, history.
Yeah. It's,
History is what you're talking
No,
about.
I'm talking about foundation. Like nothing's
And they don't
gonna
build
fall
them
down.
like this anymore.
They don't.
Right.
So you were talking about the walls being like brick, but is it wood and
No, it's
No, it's cement.
concrete.
concrete? This
So,
thing is poured concrete,
I
probably.
had to come up with some innovative ways to make it look the way I wanted it to look.
Yay.
Some of it's hand painted.
I like them.
Some
Oh,
of
yeah.
it's brick that I had to put on the wall to make it look a certain way, and we just a lot of money. But if you don't think about it and you just, like I said, just come up with things that you want to do and one step at a time.
Very creative, Jerry Paolo. Very creative.
Thank you.
And this is your brainchild. And Wendy, you came in 2 weeks ago. You came in for a drink with your man, with your fella, and ended up with a job.
I fell in love with this bar.
How did that transpire? Did you say...
Jerry was here, and he said, look, and that's pretty much it.
Did you actually need help at the time, or
No.
I at the time was I've had other bartenders and wasn't a fit, so I was putting it off for a while, and then Wendy came in and came back, and I just she wanted the job, and I was
I want the job. I want the job.
She said she loved the place, and I'm like, okay.
And a nice young girl promoting the place. That sounds like a win-win combination.
Win-win, but she got her the right personality, and she does, as you all can tell on the podcast. She's got that personality, that a people person kind of.
Yeah, but still scrappy enough to where if any trouble starts, you'll come over that bar.
Yes, sir.
Put an elbow in the neck if you have to.
Yes, sir.
So
I am Brock's
no
sister.
trouble.
She will take charge when she has to. Yes.
Yes. So laid back lounge.
Great.
And
thank you.
For
just like putting out there.
Oh, no worries, man. This is what when I was starting this podcast, I was like, well, I know I wanted to do a podcast, but I didn't know what I should do, and what have I done my whole life? I've been on radio, and radio is pretty much to promote other people around you. Yeah, you make a couple bucks here and there, but you're primarily getting the word about your community out to the people. And this is what this podcast is getting the word out about
my brother
people.
thinks you're bomb diggy.
Oh.
He thinks you are the...
I love that boy. Yeah. I love that boy so much.
He thinks you're good. He thinks you're really good.
Well, and I've learned from him. I learned about sound, and I learned that probably I should not sing because he is very good. I let other people sing, and
that's
they're very good.
That's pretty much what I do.
What's that? Yes.
Let them do that.
Because people ask me, "Hey, do you sing?" And I say, "No, that'll just take 3 or 4 minutes away from you. I'd rather hear you."
I'm good.
Now, when you were designing this bar, Jerry, you had ideas of what you wanted in the bar already, or you just opened the bar and then came up with ideas?
A little bit of both. I mean, I've had ideas, but it was nothing was set in stone.
Now, when you said, "I'm going to open up a bar," did you know the name Laid Back Lounge? What were the names you were coming up with?
Jerry's. I don't know. Jerry's. I mean,
Cheers.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I wanted to be like Cheers. I knew that, and I knew I wanted all this. I don't know if there's like a lot of news going on or what, but there's a lot of people with stresses. I knew I wanted a peaceful place.
Yes.
That would add to Morrilton, and I knew that I wanted pride. So if you look in the front, there's multiple pictures. So I knew that was going to happen. As far as it turning into this, no, I didn't know there was going to be a stage, but I knew at one point I knew I wanted people to be able to go up there and play, so we just added that this year.
Okay.
We just added the shuffleboard. And we just keep going. I think my dad one time asked me if I could open a franchise.
Yes.
That makes a lot of money. I'll start one with McDonald's or whatever. He goes, "Jerry, you wouldn't do it." And I know I wouldn't do it. He goes, "It's not exciting." No. I want to create something different, something unique. I don't want to be generic.
So you say your dad, in addition to being a daredevil, he was in bands?
He was in bands. He was also, he was in bands.
Anything I would know from Florida? Or
he was in a country band that was pretty popular called Southern Accent.
Southern Accent.
He played at a place called Alabama's, and where's it in Davie, Florida? Davie Junction.
Davie, that's where I went to high school. Western High School.
Davie Junction.
Was it?
I want to say it's Davie Junction.
Davie Junction. I'm not familiar with that. But I went to Broward College and Western High School.
Yeah, it was. Davie was kind of country in the middle of all these. Yes, and
there's a rodeo in Davie, Florida.
They kept their
that's weird
southern thing going, and everything else popped up different, but Davie stayed what it is, and it's got rich. It's just unique.
It is.
I like unique.
Yes. So you didn't think you were going to have a stage when? Okay, the original floor plan for Laid Back Lounge was the front part. What is it? 20 by 20, 20 by 30.
Yeah, it's
like going to jail, man.
It was. So I did what I could do with the front, and I was going to call it Laid Back Sandwich Shop.
Laid Back Sandwiches. Okay.
But when me and my ex kind of.
And you were still with her at the time?
I was with her, but I could see the handwriting on the wall.
Okay.
I didn't
know. But sometimes they have
I didn't know there was I just knew that she wasn't wanting to work too much.
Right.
So how am I going to make sandwiches and do all this? So that's where I think the Laid Back Lounge went into play.
So did you actually make any sandwiches in this place at all?
Oh, we still do.
You do?
We still make.
They got food at the Laid Back Lounge. Why am I just hearing about this now? I'm a big fat guy. I like food.
Hot dogs and chicken.
Yeah, we
chicken?
Yeah, we've got chicken. We got specials that we put out there, and it's more like beer fun food though. It's bar
food, sure.
Yes, so sometimes we'll do chili dogs and we'll do chili fries, and if you put chili.
How's the ventilation in here? Once you get the chili dogs, things happen.
Doors are honestly.
We're waiting for people like you.
I've got it.
Come on now.
I just added a pretty big, huge air conditioner in here.
Yes, it's cool as can be, and you just turned the air conditioning on, and it's cooled down in no time.
Yes.
Yes.
In the beginning, that was not my biggest priority because I was putting money into other things. So I just added the air conditioner. But my vision for the place is doors open all the time. So
both doors, front and back.
Front and back. I got a little patio.
Like a shotgun house.
Yes.
He's got a what's that burner thing outside?
Oh, a fire pit?
Yeah.
I got a fire pit. I got a smoker. I got a barbecue grill. More than once, multiple times, since I built that patio, I'll be like, "What happened to John?" And we'll think he left, and he'll be sitting on that in the lounge chair, drinking a beer, and like disappear for an hour or two.
See, I don't know the rules in a bar. If you have to stay in the overhang. I know in the Florida Keys, as long as they had a tent over the top of the walkway.
That's pretty much where we're going.
And if you were on the beach, on the property, you can go that far.
You can do it. We have to build all the way around, though. It's shut in.
Yes.
But it's open. You don't have to have a roof. You could go outside. You could sit on the.
Nice.
There's lounge chairs though that are just comfortable as can be, and like people don't expect it when they go out. I guess they find their kind of peaceful place, their sanctuary. Yes. So they'll go out there and they'll just lounge around in the lounge chairs and hang out.
That sounds so laid back, man.
It is.
That's so good. And you're bringing your Florida-ness into play here. The feeling of going, well, and even Arkansas. I think people like to be outside in the natural state. You go outside and you enjoy this weather. Most of the time, there's good weather here in Arkansas.
And I'm wanting to be able to open the doors all year long. I'm thinking about how to do it. We'll figure that out. But yeah, that's my goal.
Eventually, and I'm so sorry, Arkadelphia, or what was the name of the place? The stuff, your day job.
Arca Valley.
I'm sorry, Arca Valley. One day, Jerry's going to be making enough on the Laid Back Lounge. He's going to be leaving you. I see it. I see it happening. And he'll open the place about 4. We'll go till 2 a.m. and that's his job, man. But right now it's open 6 until last call, till 2 or so.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. That's a nice thing. It's a nice outlet for people after they've been working a long day at work. You need a place to unwind, and the Laid Back Lounge seems like a place to go. And the first smiling face. How often are you working here, Wendy? Forness?
What?
How often do you work here?
I work here every day.
Every day.
Every day that I can.
What are the days that it's open?
It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah.
And Sunday we go
from 1 till 1.
1 till at least 11 o'clock at night. So if there are more people here, we'll stay open all the way through. But because it's a football barbecuing kind of day, we decided to extend the hours and keep it open all day long.
Well, being from Miami, I'm still a Dolphin fan, man.
There we go.
Oh, dude.
Don't talk about last week.
Sorry.
I didn't. I don't watch a lot of sports. You know, I say I'm a golf fan.
You got your butt kicked.
Oh, look at him! He's got the phone case that has the Miami Dolphins right on it.
Yes,
that's fantastic. See, I haven't really kept up with it since I left, and you know, Dan Marino, I knew him pretty well. I lived in Fort Lauderdale, in Weston, right across the street from where he lived.
Really?
And as a kid, let's see, 87, 88, I was working at Publix in the deli, and one of the first meetings that I had with him is he asked for an iced tea from the deli, and he had his baby in his hand, and I didn't put the cover on the iced tea too well, so he spilled the iced tea on him and his baby, and I felt so bad about that.
Oh gosh. Well, life's hard.
I mean, was he nice about it?
He was okay, you know.
No, he wasn't.
Like anybody would be. Oh, I just spilled a drink on myself, and not even himself. The baby was probably more of the problem.
Upset.
Now, Mr. Marino, if he came in and he had his baby, he didn't want the kids to come up with their Publix bags and, Mr. Marino, can you sign this? Can you sign this? But if he was by himself, he was cool, and his wife, great. You know, great people.
Wow.
But yeah,
Don't spill a drink on the baby.
I'm old enough to remember 1972, perfect season with Don Shula and Bob Greasy. You know, Miami Dolphins, the number one, baby.
I still got the song there.
I still got Cowboys in my head.
What's that?
I still got Cowboys in my head.
Cowboys, Austin, Texas. Represent. So, do you have any rivalries when football day comes up, especially when those two teams play against each other?
I'm not a Dallas fan, so
No, you got the Dolphin fans represent, man. I said I'm a Miami Dolphin fan, and Dolphin, and here you pull out your phone, and it's got Dolphin cover right on it.
We did the
projector thing.
Yes.
Yes.
The other day.
The what?
We have to mute it when they lose like that bad. So we're like, all right, everybody out.
Turn the music up and turn the volume
like
down.
I said, I don't watch sports. I worked on a sports station down in Little Rock, 93.3. It's not there anymore. And I worked with some Razorbacks here. Michael Smith, Clint Turner, Pat Bradley, and then Wes Moore was on there. And I knew nothing about sports. I knew nothing. But I learned a little bit just listening to them talk. I ran the board for them, and I played music intros and outros, made commercials for them. But, you know, I don't watch a lot of sports unless I go to the games. I like going to the games. And the nice thing about here at the Laid Back Lounge is you have the televisions up, and it becomes a more social interaction. To sit at home and watch a game by myself, I don't think I'd do it.
That's what makes it, honestly, the way they interact. And I've got pictures I could show you. I was actually going to, but they interact. It's kind of like a family. They don't know each other. They do know each other. They see each other every week. And if you're new, they welcome you in. I think it's a unique place and a unique environment. And last week was definitely one of the, I forget what game they were watching, but they were watching.
Dolphins.
They were watching, 49ers was Nick and them, and they were just having a blast. And
it was pretty cool.
You know, being from Hollywood, Florida, you've definitely taken the country accent. Nick and them.
They make fun.
How long have you been here in Arkansas?
Well, when I was 16, I came here for the first time, and like I said, I've moved back and forth since then, but I didn't realize I had the accent till I go down and they make fun of me.
Correct. You know, here I am. I'm half Cuban, half Irish, and I talked to my mom on the phone. She goes, "You're starting to pick up that Southern accent, aren't you?"
Aren't you?
I've tried to stay Middle American, that broadcaster fake accent since I was.
You're doing very well.
Since I was young, but I could see it getting picked up, and I'm very happy to be here in Arkansas, Central Arkansas.
It's the most beautiful state I've been to.
Yeah, it's got so many things to see here and to do. People say, "Oh, there's nothing to do in Arkansas." There's plenty to do in Arkansas.
There's plenty to do. There's plenty to do. I don't think I'd have the opportunity that I have now other places. So I'm very grateful to be here, and I just bought a little house in St. Vincent.
Congratulations! You bought a house.
Yes.
A piece of America.
Yes, man.
That's great.
Building it for me and my little girl. So.
Oh, that's so beautiful, man.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And so, Yeah, in Arkansas, you can hunt for diamonds. And here, we got a diamond in the rough right here, the Laid Back Lounge in Morrilton, Arkansas. See what I did there? See what I did? I'm so proud of myself. Let me reach around and bat myself on the back right now. Okay, so, yes, you have this stage, and I'm going to go back to the Laid Back Lounge stage. Who have you had on the stage? And I'll say Wendy, since I've had Jerry talking, Wendy Forness. Who's been on that stage?
Daniel Gilly. Since I've been here,
I'm Daniel Gilson.
You're not Daniel Gilly.
That's my name, Daniel Gilson.
Go step on the stage. That way we can say that. No.
That's my real name, Daniel Gilson. Yeah.
No, Daniel Gilly. Gilley.
I know, I'm playing with you.
Like.
So,
and
what did
the
he
goal
do?
is to get a Brock.
Yes, Brock Forness. I'm calling you out right here on the What Makes You Famous podcast. Get up on this stage. Do some karaoke. They already have a TV set up for you, so you can do your words. And I guess people are good. Okay, if I was going to do karaoke here, I would have the people down here singing and maybe set my stuff up there.
We do that now because we don't want them to slip.
People climbing up and down off of the stage.
Yes.
You know what's funny is
don't fall down.
You would think that was that's not the highest stage I've seen. The funniest stage.
High.
I worked for Gloria Estefan at her club called Congo in Miami on South Beach.
The Gloria Estefan.
Gloria Estefan, from Sound Machine. Her DJ booth is in a bungalow that you have to climb a ladder with your equipment on your back, set up there in the bungalow. But the great thing is once you're up there, you're looking down on the stage. And this is kind of reminding me of that. You're above and you're looking down on the stage. As a DJ, as a performer, you want to get the energy from the people that are dancing and having a good time. And you have that vantage point. You don't know how good it is that you have set that stage up like you did,
That's
Jerry.
the feeling we wanted, yes.
You did good. The performer's going to get that energy from the people down there. And the other byproduct is now he's protected too. The people won't go up there and start bothering him.
And there's a third. You store all your beer and everything right under there.
Yeah, chicken wire. Chicken wire will be the next thing. No, there's no chicken wire.
Chicken wire.
No, we're not doing chicken wire.
I had somebody play here that
let's turn it off.
I had somebody play here that really wanted to do chicken wire, and I was like, that's not laid back, man. What are you doing?
People are going to throw their bottles at you. What is this, the Blues Brothers?
This ain't Roadhouse. What are you doing? This ain't Roadhouse.
This ain't Roadhouse.
But he tried. Jerry, I promise it'll be all right.
Oh, that's funny.
So he brought his own chicken wire?
He begged me to bring his own because he was playing here for a while, and I mean he's somebody that's pretty popular around here.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to mention it, but I'm like, no, man. No matter how good you are, no chicken wire. Thank you very much.
That's a funny story.
Thank you very much. Man.
That's cool. Did he end up playing here?
A few more times, and
that's
then
cool.
I think he got married. He plays in Branson now. So
he moved on up, didn't he?
He's pretty well, once you've reached the top, like the Laid Back Lounge, it just
right. There's nowhere to go but down, I guess.
It's on.
But he liked the place and liked the vibe, so he played here basically to get his chops, to build up some kind of.
Well, that's cool. So, how often do you have live music up there?
Look, if you got a guitar, play right. That's how it works. Anybody that wants to play, come talk to me. And like I've had it to where people have just walked in with their guitar and started playing.
Oh, that's great. That is laid back. That's very laid back. I've talked to a lot of solo guitarists on the podcast, like Josh Stewart. He's got from day one a band, but he does a lot of solo guitar work, and Jason Lancaster. Also solo guitars. He does a lot of metal music, but he's also playing with Cab Over Pete, which does a lot of southern rock right there in Russellville. So he's out of Conway, but he plays with a band in Russellville. So not too far away from you guys. It sounds great.
I would love
a lot of blues people.
Blues you just hit the nail on the head. Blues, laid back, a little bit of country, finger picking kind of deal. I mean, I've had a few people up there, and I've had somebody playing the bongos and somebody.
That's cool.
So.
And you got your own little sound system up there, so if anybody just wants to plug in and plug and play, you can do it. You got it.
There we go.
You got a smaller amp, and then you have the powered speaker up there.
I've got more equipment coming. More
person.
No, for this area, I think you've done just fine. That's plenty.
Oh, that speaker up there will blow us out. We got to turn it down.
I agree. And then you have the jukebox as well.
So which is a Bose top. I didn't know there was a difference, but I happened.
Bose is the difference.
He said, "I'm bringing you a Bose." Okay, He brought me a Bose, and I was like, "Wow."
Yes.
You can turn it up, and there's no distortion, no.
Kendrick Lamar.
It sounds like you're in the concert.
1987, I started started college at Broward College, and one of the things that they do with college students is they test out things on them. There was a time that they said, "Hey, come to this auditorium. There's 1,000 of us, maybe college kids. Come to this auditorium. We walk in, and there's a big speaker on the stage." Filling the room. Wow, that huge speaker. It's fantastic, right? And then there's this guy that comes out in this lab coat. He pulls the cabinet, and it's a speaker about 5 inches. Bose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bose. The way that they fill the chambers of air in that little box is how the sound comes out. And you have a Bose system in your bar.
It's everybody will tell you it's the best.
Yeah, a little bar in Morrilton, Arkansas. They got a sound system. That's incredible. Laid back lounge, man. I'm relaxing with friends. Now, you know they spelled friends wrong, right?
What?
Oh my God. And that's a professional.
I just noticed that myself.
I'm going to have them read that. Was not me.
No, it wasn't. That's probably Bud Light, your representative.
That is. I didn't even put the sign up there. Oh my God. I would not have done it. You just ruined my whole...
I ruined this whole day.
I'm going to OCD on that for it.
Man, that's all you.
You cannot unsee it now.
Oh, shit.
Come on. They don't have spell check up to...
All right, I think we've derailed the What Makes You Famous podcast at the Laid Back Lounge.
Oh, I will have them.
Shit, man.
They will come back and they will fix that.
Yeah, they'll fix that. I'm just playing with you. I was looking up there and go, oh, look at that. It took me. What are we doing? About an hour here. It took me about an hour.
From now on, I'm going to be like,
that.
Yeah. I'm going to have to come back and check everything.
Jared Paolo, Wendy Forness, Laid Back Lounge, Morrilton, Arkansas. What's the exact address here?
It is 500B North St. Joseph Street.
North St. Joseph. Now, how many people on a Friday night do you think you could fit in this room or have fit in this room?
We've got about 70 people in here. And
what?
Yeah, we've had it to where they couldn't. I mean, they were comfortable, but it was definitely crowded. So
yeah. Do you have 70 chairs?
Yeah.
We've got.
Do you have 70 feet?
Yeah.
Listen, we've got fold-out chairs underneath the stage if they need it.
That's
so
super.
We're good, and
the man is prepared.
Yes. See, you're gonna keep dwelling on that. I know. I can't believe, but you know what? I've seen people do amazing things. So yeah, they have a company like Budweiser send you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Point out things.
They're good to me, so I'm going to be.
Oh, they're very good, man. I know. For bars, they put up your signs.
They are the best. They treat me. I mean,
they'll put advertising for Bud Light, but if you have karaoke Wednesday or Thursday with Brock Forness, they'll put it on the top of the board, and then they'll put Budweiser on the bottom. Which is great. That's a nice thing that beer. What do they call them? Beer representatives. They'll come in and put signs.
There are certain distributors that are really good, and then there are certain ones that are here's some cups, or you know what I mean. But these the Budweiser goes out of their way to do anything that I need done, and help me out.
Yeah, they know they're going to sell more alcohol if they give you the signs like the Budweiser LEDs or what neons.
Yeah,
they gave you those to put up,
me
didn't
all
they?
Of that. Yes,
that's great.
So
it adds more flavor to your bar, your establishment, and it gives them advertising.
Exactly, and I'm going to be loyal to them. You know, of course, I got nowhere else to go to get my Budweiser, which is pretty popular. But you know, honestly, I'm really appreciative for what they do for me. That being said, when you go up there with the magic marker, erase that off and change the letter.
Get that with a white piece of paper.
Yeah, we'll change it. There we go.
Now, when you leave Arca Valley, do you leave like with armfuls of liquor, or do you get the people? You get the representatives to bring it here.
I tried that. I was told in the beginning that was legal, and then somebody, I guess, told on me for buying it from the regular liquor store, and I found out I couldn't do that. So I've been. You go to the distributor and you have to have it done that way for some legal.
Well, that makes sense in a wet county. I didn't know that about that, but it makes sense in a wet county that you'd have to take it straight from the distributor. Because people in a dry county that happen to get their private club license, and I made the air quote, the fingers, their private club license, they have to buy retail, pay full price, which is why it's more expensive to drink in a dry county. Here, you have a distributor straight from Budweiser, straight from Rolling Rock, straight from Miller or any of the other people, and they come to you.
It was just more of a convenience because you would. I mean, I was living hand to mouth, especially in the beginning.
Yes.
So you would leave one job, and the distributor wouldn't be available to deliver to you, so you'd grab it. But now that I found out you just can't do that.
Yes. So you meet the distributor sometime during the day?
Yeah, actually, that's what I mean by they work pretty good with me. They'll deliver it if I'm at my other job, they'll deliver it there. They'll put it in my car for me. And
nice.
They go out of their way to help me out.
Convenience.
Yes.
Well, shout out to the distributors out there.
Auto Heart Distributing. They're great.
Oh, fantastic.
They're great, yes.
See, now I'm learning a little bit about how to run a bar. You never know what you're going to learn on the What Makes You Famous podcast with Jerry Paolo and Wendy Forness here at the Laid Back Lounge in Morrilton, Arkansas. Have we covered it all?
Yeah.
We've covered it for now, and I'm sure we'll... hopefully you'll come back and
we can revisit.
Come back.
Please. Yes. And we'll chit-chat a little bit more about the Laid Back Lounge and what's happening now. So come in the door, you got shuffleboard, you got video games, you got pool tables. What else? Take it along.
He didn't see the video game. Didn't see the
I will see the video games. Jukebox, stage, back. You got a patio area.
Patio.
Take advantage of this great Arkansas weather and have a drink out there.
There we go. Yes, we're going to be barbecuing in the fall.
Barbecue?
Like every weekend is my plan is to just...
And you do sell some food here. So.
Yes. Barbecues, it might be just... if you're drinking and having a good time, you get some food,
Well, I tell people to go ahead and have some food at the bar because the more you eat, the more you can drink. It's not me, it's science.
Yes.
It might be pseudoscience. I might be wrong. If you have a nice chili dog, you can have a beer. It soaks it right up.
We just made chili dogs.
Yay! I know, I listen. I listen to people when they're talking.
Word.
Any last words for the people? I'll say Wendy Forness.
I love you, Brock.
Any last words for the people? Jerry Paolo?
Well, just come on down to the Laid Back Lounge and kick it with us. We're a relaxing environment, and we appreciate y'all. So come down.
Oh, social media. Do you have any social media? Are you out there?
We are on Facebook, the Laid Back Lounge Facebook, and join the Laid Back Lounge would be the whatever address, but it's on there, and you'll see us, and we'll put different events on there and different pictures of what's going on.
Well, I'll put it in the show notes. Do you have a Facebook yourself, Jerry Paolo?
Yes, it's Jerry Paolo.
Paolo, and then Wendy Forness. I know I have you. I'll put all the links to your personal Facebooks and the one to the Laid Back Lounge. I'll put them in the show notes so people know where to go. And I thank you so much. I thank you so much for having me out here.
Thank you for having us.
thank you for coming out here, and I appreciate it. I hope, thank you. I hope you come back.
It's Keith there.
Well, there you have it, party people. Jerry DiPaolo, Wendy Forness, the Laid Back Lounge in Morrilton, Arkansas. Check it out. It is a nice little place. It's becoming better and better, and I can see bigger things happening in this place. It's cool. You walk in the front door and you feel like, this is a nice little place. Let's hang out. Let's have some fun. Have a few frosty beverages, watch some sports on the TV, play some shuffleboard, pool, and listen to some live music up on the stage. And perhaps they'll have some karaoke there one of these days. Yeah, looking forward to hanging out at the Laid Back Lounge in Morrilton, Arkansas. Thank you so much to Jerry DiPaolo. Nice meeting you, and Wendy Forness for reaching out and being on the What Makes You Famous program. Thank you so much. Laid Back Lounge, Morrilton, Arkansas. Put that on the walking tour for the What Makes You Famous listeners. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Famous. If you'd like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email info@radiowhat.com. That's it for me. It's Keys Dan, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.
Radio What, the music you want. Hey guys, this is Shelly G with a fast fact. Today, there are more than 1.5 billion TV sets in use. Do you have a fast fact? Share it with us at Interactive Radio, RadioWhat.com.
Tweet, yo. Follow Radio What on Twitter @Radio What Twit. Tweet, yo.